Welcome to the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Unfiltered laughs, honest conversations, and everything in between.
This is your backstage pass to the best moments from Ryder and Lisa.
On demand.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.
Solo shows this week for me. Today is my 11-year work anniversary, so just partying by myself. Hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. I personally drank one Cutwater. Have you ever had one of those? 12.5% alcohol in one can of a margarita. Why? Is that necessary? Went to the Edmonton Elks game. It was a 1 p.m. start, so we started tailgating and drinking around 11. And I'm going to be fully transparent with you. I projectile vomited around 5 p.m. that day. Not fun. This is why I don't like drinking. And Ryder always makes fun of me. He's like, you always say you don't like drinking, and then you have these stories of being hungover. I'm like, I know. One of these days, I will just be done. It's never worth it for me. I asked listeners on the show this morning for their Cutwater stories. This one text wanted to stay anonymous. They said that they had 2 of them on a really hot day, golfing with their boss and their boss's boss. Completely blacked out. Had to get a ride home from both of them. A 40-minute drive home from this golf course in the back seat. Silently puking, trying to hide the fact that they were vomiting. They wrote in saying, Lisa, I actually think that they didn't figure it out. And I had to be honest with this anonymous listener and say, oh, they knew. Whatever you got to tell yourself to help sleep at night. Listen, we've all been there, and so have they. The boss and the boss's boss. So whatever, who cares? But I'll tell you one thing. I'm never drinking Cutwater ever again. One of my girlfriends, after I said I puked, she's like, yeah, I should have warned you, Lisa. Because the last time she had a Cutwater, she got lost in the woods. So there's that. Did anyone else see that Costco now has protein sparkling water? Have we taken it too far? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we have to fixate on certain things? Can't we just have a nice balance of everything? Quit telling yourself that fruit is bad for you. Eat the banana. Eat some watermelon. It's good for you. We're so focused now on protein. Oh my gosh. Like, trust me, I have been terrible with dieting in the past. I tried to do keto, did it completely wrong. I was pretty much like drinking Alfredo sauce. I was like, I'm so healthy. I'm in ketosis. Girl, that is cream and butter. But right now it's protein. It's protein this, protein that. When now I'm seeing from a lot of nutritionists online, they're like, actually, you need more fiber. Like colon cancer is on the rise. You need to be having more fiber in your diet. Ugh. What's next? Like whey protein windshield washer fluid? Whey protein coffee creamer? Actually, that's pretty smart. Has that been made before? We grew up with some complicated relationships when it comes to food. Like, remember your mom would just eat half of a grapefruit in the morning and call it a day? Weight Watchers. There were girls in the tabloids like Lindsay Lohan and Nicole Richie and Kate Moss, and they called it the cocaine chic look. Like, what are we doing? What's next? Electrolyte bacon? Oh, that also sounds kind of smart. I absolutely hate doing a show alone. I mean, I'm used to it because I do a show on Sirius, but I don't know. This is different. I'm just not used to not having someone to bounce off of. Also, I feel like it's been 11 years of me kind of winging it. I come in, Ryder has pretty much the whole show prepped, and I'm just there to hang out. Solo shows all week. I doubt I'll be posting podcasts every day, but I definitely wanted to get one up today because Rad Torque Raceway, an incredible client, wanted to promote their Hot August night that's happening next week. Wanted to give you a heads up on that. So that interview's coming up shortly on the pod. Just a reminder, Ryder and I have created a brand new Instagram account. Search Ryder and Lisa. We just feel weird posting on like 2 separate accounts, especially when it's work-related content. I don't know. It would just be freeing and kind of nice to have our own like private Instagrams, and then that could be our work account. So if you haven't followed yet, it would mean the world to us. I think our next goal is to hit 3,000, which is actually crazy. Like, I know that's not a lot of followers, but if you were to put 3,000 people in a room, that's a lot of bodies. So thank you to everyone that has been following along. Have you ever asked the universe for a sign? Because I watched a video recently and it was a mom who lost her son. tragically passed away, and she asked the universe to show her a sign that he was still there with her. And she went with something so specific, and it was a red piece of Lego. And I'm not sure how much time passed in between, but she was at a doctor's appointment, and in the waiting room, there was a kid playing, and it turned around, opened its palm, and what do you know? Red Lego. So I watched this, I closed my phone, and I thought to myself, okay, well, I'm going to ask the universe for something. And I won't give you too many details on what it was, but in my mind, I was like, if this is meant to be, if this is meant to happen, show me a Blue Jay. And not the team. I watch the Blue Jays all the time. I wanted to see one in the wild. And I'm sure a lot of you listening are like, what? Like, I see Blue Jays all the time. Not me. I texted my sister about this, and she's like, we have Blue Jays in our yard like daily. I was like, well, I never see them in the city. It's so rare for me. And then I'm in the backyard throwing a ball with the dogs, and I hear this squawking, and I look up, and right there in the cherry tree, looking directly at me, a Blue Jay. I gasped. I dropped the ball. I actually started crying. It was crazy. So maybe make this your homework. If there's something you've been wondering, ask the universe and ask for something really specific. Maybe this sounds insane, and maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just not paying attention to Blue Jays, but they're often around me. I don't know. I just thought it was a kind of a cool moment. Wanted to share. We need to talk about the fact that Connor McDavid and his wife, Lauren Kyle, went on Leon Draisaitl and Celeste's honeymoon with them. I guess maybe this is a bit different. They are in Europe. You're going to take advantage of it, make the most of it, and travel as many places as you can before the season starts up. That makes sense to me, but also it's weird, right? Would you bring your best friends with you on your honeymoon? Maybe. Maybe times have changed. Maybe we could do whatever the heck we want. I mean, look at Celeste. Were you following along on social media? She changed 7 times throughout the weekend of her wedding. She had like so many different white dresses. I can't even imagine wearing one white dress, let alone switching it up throughout the evening. And don't even get me started on bridesmaid dresses. When you are asked to be in a bridal party, it makes me not want to have friends, because why does it always have to be the worst dress? That's why I love, one of my sisters got married and she said, wear whatever dress you want. As long as it's a pastel color, whatever style suits you, whatever you find the most flattering. That's what we need to be doing. None of this, hey, you're going to be wearing a light pink silk tight dress. What? So we also need to start normalizing, A, either not having bridesmaids, or B, letting them wear whatever the heck they want, please. Do you remember the guy who went viral 13 years ago? His name was James, and he bought, I think, 8,000 Bitcoin and accidentally threw out the file, like the floppy disk or whatever that had it on it. And ever since then, he's been trying to find it in landfills, because now it would be worth like $900 million or something. Well, it was just announced the other day he's officially given up on his search. There's a documentary in the works now on this, but get this. By 2030, that Bitcoin would be worth $9 billion, or maybe $8 billion, something around there, $9 billion. Look at us, the rest of us, losing our minds when like a $5 bill falls out of our pocket. How does this guy sleep at night?
We're joined by Rob from Rad Torque Raceway. You guys have a big one coming up.
The Midas, Hot August Night, August 13th, and there's a reason we call it hot. You get smoke, burning rubber, flames, and speeds of over 450 kilometers per hour.
Sorry, 450?
You got it. There's going to be nitro and alcohol funny cars, pro mods, 275 radio cars, dragsters, cops racing outlaws, turbo diesel dragging semis, and we top it off with jet cars and a fireworks finale. It's super, super cool.
Is this something that's good for the whole family?
Absolutely. You know, the pits are open at our facility, so your ticket in gets you up close to the cars, drivers, and everything we do at Rad Raceway is a festival atmosphere. Always lots to see and do for everyone.
Where can people find more details about Hot August Night?
Everything's at radraceway.com, and be sure to check out our Octane Club VIP experience. It's an all-inclusive package that's really worth the price. Trust me. Head to radraceway.com.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Thanks for being a part of the Ryder and Lisa community. If you liked hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe and share the laughs with your friends.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.